Hey, what's up YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Chris Flies. Today, this video is going to be sponsored by Custom Dynamics, and I'm going to be working on this 2023 Harley-Davidson Road Glide CVO, and I'll be installing these Custom Dynamics low-profile LED bag lights, and they'll be installed right here. They're low-profile, they're in smoke, and they're also sequential. They'll be sequential in red, so can't wait to get these installed. Let's go ahead and get into the install. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these open and kind of see what's in here. It comes in this packaging, and they're very quick with their shipping. And it comes with the left and right smoked LED lights. As mentioned, it comes with the harness that you're gonna have to use for your new 12-pin, and comes with some zip ties and some double-sided tape. And also it has a magnet device in here so you can go ahead and sync your lights. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove our seats, place them in a safe place, like so. And then we need to disconnect our fuse. So in order to do that, it says to disconnect the negative battery cable. And a lot of times I'll just disconnect the main fuse, but I'm going to pause while I disconnect the battery cable, which is located under everything here. So I'm going to get that taken out and be right back. All right, so I have some other things installed. However, what you're going to do is locate your 12-pin, which is going to be naturally from the bike in this direction, and from this direction here going to like the rear of your lights. You're going to unplug it right here. And once you have it unplugged, that's where you're going to connect the new harness. So it disconnects and the harness will connect right in place between those two. So once that's disconnected, this is the harness coming from Custom Dynamics. If you look inside, you'll have two different types of openings. So these obviously are not going to connect here. So it's going to only connect one way with these wing slots going inside of those wing slots there. Go ahead and connect, push until you clicks. You hear it click in place. And then on the other side, just repeat and do the same thing. As again, I mentioned, this part is the part that's connected to the fender and it's going to go towards the rear lights. So that's connected in place. Now these two remaining plugs are going to plug into your left and right saddlebag lights, which are here. So they have the ends on them where they'll just plug right in to both of those sides. All right, so with your lights in place, the wire here, like one of the wires will be purple and one of them will be brown amongst your set. So this one's purple, this one's brown. And the side with the brown wire is gonna go ahead and connect to the right side. The brown wires for the right side, the purple wires for the left. So looking on here, I see that this has brown, brown to brown. It just plugs in and connects. So what I'm going to do is connect it, and I want to test everything to see if it works before I mount these onto the bag. And so I'll plug them in and I will turn the bike on. So again, these are only going to go one way. You'll push till they click. All right, and so there you have it. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead, connect everything back, and turn the bike on so I can test it out. So now that I have the battery connected, I'm going to go ahead and turn the bike on. And not turn it on, but I'm going to just go ahead and turn it on to where the bike's engine's not running, but just turn on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and from here, I'm going to go ahead and test. You see the lights on, go ahead and press the left blinker. And you can see that the left blinker is going in a sequential motion. And I'll go ahead and press the right, and you can see that that's going in sequential motion. The only other thing to test is the brake light and hazard. So I'm pressing, the brake light is functioning. With this one, I have to turn off the blinker, test the brake lights. And as you can see, I have mine connected to the magic strobe, which gives it another added feature. Magic strobe is also a part that is supplied by Custom Dynamics. So now that I know that the lights work, I can go ahead and move to mounting them on the back of the bike. So the next thing I'm doing is I've gone on and I've released the wire with the zip tie that they had attached to it, or the twist tie. And all I'm doing here is just, maneuvering the wire over to the back of the bike so that I can position it in place to where I want to go ahead and remove the double-sided tape and go ahead and position the lights for where I want them. And so to do this, I am going to go ahead and open up the saddlebag so I can get it to a closer position. So I'm just removing the protective plastic cover. And one of the things that they mentioned is not to press in the middle of the light bar because that could actually damage the LED bars. So you want to be very careful when you do that. Before you stick these onto your bags, you want to make sure that you clean it really good with a degreaser or alcohol swab or anything that you have to really clean that, and then let it dry well. And then after you do that, you can go ahead and position it with the tape. So some of the things that, like, you'll have this lip right here. I can go ahead and move it all the way up to that top lip, but I want to test with the bags closed if it will not push the light down if it's all the way on the lip. So with it all the way to the edge or the lip there, it's not affecting how the bike closes, and it's not actually prying against it. So that means I can go ahead and mount it there. So what I'm doing here, I'm just kind of scratching the surface of the 3M tape. Some people say if you scratch it before you peel it off, you kind of activate it. I believe that what it's doing is just warming up the glue on the double-sided tape just by rubbing, causing heat friction. And that's pretty much what you're doing versus, or what they call is activating the tape. So be very careful trying to remove the red part of the tape, as you could accidentally peel back some of the glue. So what I do is just catch a corner and remove it, and then catch another corner and remove the same. So now that I have both pieces of red tape off, or the tape covering off, I go ahead and slowly position it to where I'm kind of putting the edge of the top first, because if I just put it directly on the surface, then it's going to go ahead and be committed and stuck in place. So I have it positioned all the way up top. Now I'm going to turn it downwards, and now it's fully stuck. So again, I'm not pressing on the actual LEDs themselves, but I'm making sure it's secure by pressing along the edge parts here. And I didn't get it as high up as I wanted to. It is a little bit of space there, but I think when it's closed, you're not going to be able to see it. It's not going to be too bad. So when it's fully closed in place, that's what it will look like there. So that one little gap didn't hurt too much, but I'll make sure I'll be aware of that next time when I do the other side. So again, I'm just repeating the same thing on the other side here. And once I get both of these on, I'm going to go ahead and take the bags off so that I can securely mount the wires along the side. So protective cover comes off, and double-sided tape cover comes off, and then again you want to get it up close to the edge and then press back on. Same process, and got this one on a lot better than the other one, and looking good. So far so good. Again, not pressing directly on the LEDs, just kind of grabbing along the sides to make sure it's in place. Now I'm going to be taking the bags off anyway to go ahead and make sure that I get the wires all tucked in on the side. So I could have basically just waited for that part. But I'm going to show you guys the lights on again, just in case you guys are ready to check out and stop watching the video. Give you a look as to what it looks like, just in case you got to cut out pretty quick. So far, so good. Looking pretty good. And wow, super bright. I even have the Custom Dynamics light up here, and also the Custom Dynamics fillers inside the middle. And there's another video where you guys could see that. So look at that. Nice and bright. Everything on the Magic Strobe. And I'm waiting on the Custom Dynamics light. It's called the Pro Beam. And I will be removing this Harley-Davidson light off for the Custom Dynamics light ASAP. Custom Dynamics offers lifetime warranties on their lights. And also for these lights, they're the first in the market to actually make LED saddlebag lights for the 2024 year model road glide and street glides. And just look how bright that is. That's amazing. So, wow. Turn on the hazards and see what those look like. That's pretty nice. Loving it. So, some hazards. Left sequential, right sequential. Try the left. All right, so far we're looking good. Turn that bike off and see if we get that normal flash there. There we go. So the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and remove the bags, and these lights unplug. So they have the plugs here. You go ahead and push in and disconnect. And so once you have those off, you can go ahead and pop your lid, move your saddlebag off so you can go ahead and run those wires along the side, nice and neat with the supplied parts that they sent for us. Place this in a safe area. So all you do is take the tape off again, stick it in a place where you want to have your wire. I'm not really sure where I want it, but just go right here for now, just kind of show you guys. Then you're gonna take your zip tie, stick it through like that, and then zip tie it down. Place it in place. You'll hear it like that, and it's nice and tight. And then you're gonna clip off the excess parts that you don't plan on having to stick out, and that's it. And then you're just gonna, once you put all the wiring where you want it to go, you're just gonna put it right back on the bike. All right, so what I'm deciding to do is I'm running my wire that goes to the main harness down here, and I'm gonna zip tie it to these main connection areas. And because if I take it to the shop, I want the mechanics to know or see that when they unplug from the one that they always see from the saddlebag, I want them to also see mine that's in here as well. So I'm putting that close to the other one. And so I had to mount it on the side of the saddlebag the same way. And I'll show you here in a minute once I get these zip tied. All right, so once I finish adding on those zip ties, I'll go ahead, clip off the ends so that they're not sticking out. And so now what I have, as I mentioned before, is this part is gonna go to my Custom Dynamics light, and this is the connection that goes to the actual saddlebag. So I'm gonna position this, get down here so you can see the connection. So I'm gonna go ahead and lift my bag up, set it down on this bar, and let me see. Not sure if you can see or not. So go ahead, position this way. And so what I'm doing is got my bag in position where it normally is. Go ahead, plug in my saddlebag for the normal main connection, and then go ahead and plug in the Custom Dynamics light in that same area. So now all I have to do is just tighten up my saddlebag. So, and that's it, it's on there. All right, so now that we have the saddlebag on and the light bar in place and the wires securely fastened down to the side of the saddlebag, I'm just gonna repeat the same thing on the other side here. All right, so just in case you wanna know more about the sequential, it tells you about it in this second page right here along the bottom about, you know, the magnet position and like in the photo there. And you want to keep it in one position for 10 seconds, but it shows you three options for like if you want to have it, the turn signals LED on in sequence, or if you want to have the sequence off and the turn signals, and then, or if you just want to have the standard flash. So those are your options. And I'm leaving mine the way it is. I'll keep my handy dandy magnet. And just look at that, man, bright light on the back. I love it. I can't wait to get my Pro Beams by Custom Dynamics, and then that would complete my Custom Dynamics set of everything. So here is your part number information right there for this part. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description here, and it talks about what models and everything. I'll go ahead and flash a picture and leave it on. You can go ahead and pause it. So that's the part number we had for today, and good product. All right, guys, thank you for watching this episode of Chris Glides. And I want to say thank you to the sponsors, Custom Dynamics, for supplying those saddlebag lights. They look beautiful. And they also supplied those Pro Beam fillers that are on there. And they also even supplied that luggage rack light. And I can't wait to go ahead and get the saddlebag, or not the saddlebag, but the tour pack light that also goes with it. And it's also a Pro Beam light, and that way I'll have all custom dynamic lights and be all set to go for lifetime. So I'm just going to show you one last look, and I have it with the hazard lights on, and you can see how bright and beautiful that is. And like I said, I just can't wait to get the tour pack light on there to match all the custom dynamics lights that I have installed. So it's nice. Have the fog lights on there as well, but those are not custom dynamics, but I am completely lit up. So all right, guys, I'm gonna give you one last shot of the Custom Dynamics Magic Strobes. And again, I can't wait to get that LED Pro Beam on the tour pack, so that will flash also, and also so that my brake light will function. For some reason, the Harley-Davidson signature light does not function in the brake light mode, but all the other features work. So there you have it. All the Custom Dynamic saddlebag lights, the Pro Beam fillers, and also even the tour pack luggage rack light. All right, guys, good spending time with you guys again. Thank you again, Custom Dynamics. I'm so grateful. And again, guys, stay tuned, because who knows where we're going to go next. See you next time.